Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all doing well. I know it's been a couple of days now since I was last on camera. I've been away, obviously, which has resulted in obviously not having any time to do any videos. I missed the last, well, I didn't miss, I just didn't record the last Spotlight Hour, for example. This video is a little guide for the upcoming Rhyhorn Community Day. It's in like 2 days, on February the 22nd. This Saturday, 11 till 2 p.m. I'm very excited. And the key thing, which a lot of people haven't updated yet, is the fact that we've literally just found out, I think it's today or yes, it was yesterday evening, how powerful the move Rock Wreck is going to be. And it's very exciting, so we're going to go through some tips now. Starting off with the standard, the community day for us lot in the UK is from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. on the Saturday. I hope the weather's going to be okay because it's been so bizarre. The forecast that you look up online has been completely different to what actually happens. Like, it's raining torrential 1 minute and then it's not. So we're gonna have to sort of see how it goes down on the day and see if I have to put the camera in a bag again. Because of a couple of aspects of this community day. One, it's 3 times catch Stardust, which is by far and away the best bonus because you're not locked to using incubators. You know, it's inclusive for everybody. Anybody who, you know, if you've just started playing or if you have like over 100 million XP like me, you need Stardust no matter what. So 3 times catch Stardust for that 3-hour window. You're going to need star pieces, obviously. I think they're in the boxes at the moment. It's not a bad deal. They are unfortunately locked to box purchases. There's no way to just buy star pieces in the shop on their own, which I think is something Niantic need to fix. Because of the 3 times catch Stardust, you're going to be catching tons of Pokemon, especially Rhyhorn, but you are going to want to clear out storage space. Number 2 priority, I guess. If, like me, you've got your Pokemon storage maxed out or whatever it is, like 3,000 Pokemon storage, you know, I've cleared out about 500 spaces. Now, obviously, if you haven't got a bag maxed out, that's totally fair enough and fine. Just make sure you've got enough storage to want to potentially catch all the shinies that you want. You want to catch a decent number of high CP ones because we can pray and hope that it's going to be partly cloudy. It's unlikely to be sunny, although it has been sunny in-game quite a few times despite the rain. There is a couple of tie-ins. This is the problem with the points, as they sort of lead mishmash into one another. Anywho, because of the fact that it's 3 times catch Stardust and you want to catch as many as possible, I would highly recommend using the quick catch technique, which on certain Android devices you can't do. On iOS you can still do it. Basically, you just have to, when you encounter the Pokemon, press, hold and drag on the Pokeball, menu, and then you can throw the Pokeball. Once it hits the Pokemon, release the Pokeball selector. That should leave the entire menu up. So then you can press the run button and you'll run from the Pokemon. You know, if you click on it again and it goes error, that means you've caught it or it's run permanently. But if you're using Ultra Balls and Great Balls, you shouldn't have really any problem with that because the Community Day catch rate for the featured Pokemon is usually extremely high. Because potentially you're going to be quick catching and you want to catch everything for the 3 times Stardust, put your star pieces on, you will need some bloody Ultra Balls. You're going to need a lot of Pokeballs, essentially. You want to basically, you should have been stocking up, you know, over the past couple of weeks, hopefully, making sure that you bin unnecessary berries or potions, stock up on the Ultra Balls, try and get to the range of 200 to 500, and also there'll be tasks dotted around that will give Great and Ultra Balls as rewards. You know, the Catch 3 Rhyhorn will be probably the featured quest. Something else you're going to need to stock up on is your pine nut berries. Now, I've collected a butt ton of them, realistically. So, I mean, I've got like 500. You don't need that many because you need to take this with a pinch of salt, realistically, because you need to look at how much storage you have. It's very much sort of up to your specification. Me personally, 1/5 of my bag is pine nut berries. So I'm catered for, but you want to get that candy. You want to get the candy because after this community day, you know, you're not going to see boosted Rhyhorn very much until they may do it in the eventual week, but there's a lot of other rock type Pokemon that will probably take precedence over that. So after this community day, realistically, you are looking at way down the line in December 2020 when you're going to have the next boosted Rhyhorn sesh, which will be the rerun. Check out No, 2019's Community Day rerun. If we compare those to how I played Piplup, which is another plug, Piplup Community Day, I personally wasn't totally focused on catching everything. You know, I quick caught stuff, you know, whatever for trades, but I didn't, you know, you could sort of ditch the catching and just go for shiny check. This Community Day, you are going to have to catch everything. You'll need to catch everything, and the more, it's simple Community Day maths, the more you check and catch, the more shinies you're going to get. One point actually, before 11 o'clock, don't spin any stops, or don't complete any research tasks from the area of the park or wherever you're going that you're going to be playing the Community Day in, because you don't want to have the standard quest, you want to have the featured Community Day quests. I don't know if they're going to give you a Sinnoh Stone. I haven't seen anything in the code or anything, but personally I would have thought that maybe catch 10 or 15 Rhyhorn would have been quite good if they gave you a Sinnoh Stone afterwards, because Sinnoh Stones you will need to evolve to Hyperior. There are ways to get your Sinnoh Stones. So you can get your Sinnoh Stones by doing your 3 daily battles with your friends remotely, or, you know, scan the QR code. I would, out of personal experience, recommend losing. Losing seems to have give you better items than winning, which is a bit peculiar, but you want to get 3 of those in a day if you can. I mean, by the time I upload this, you'll still have today and tomorrow, and then even the Saturday morning, get your Sinnoh Stones in. And also you've got your Go Battle League, so you can get out there, get your 3 kilometers walked, stack up on, you know, your 10 battles, try and win them if you can. Research Breakthrough, as I've mentioned, but that's a 1 a week thing. Do your battles. That's basically the best way to go about it. I have about 22 stacked up, so I'm definitely evolving. I've got 100% I want to evolve. They haven't said anything about Rhyhorn being out of raids or eggs or anything like that, like they have done with Turtwig last year, and Ralts and a few other Pokemon. There will be an event running during, you know, when Community Day is featured, from the 21st until the 24th, so it's like a week, a long weekend. It's the Friends Fest weekend, so you've got 4 days of friendship bonuses, so you can increase your friendship twice as quickly. Trade costs of 50%. Your double trade candy, so obviously if you're trading over 100 kilometers, you can get 6 candy rather than 3. During this Friends Fest, you'll be able to carry 20 gifts in your bag rather than 10, and open 40 rather than 20. The trades, now you'll have like 2 hours I think after the Community Day to do your evolves for the special move. We will come on to how good that move is very soon. You want to try for some luckies, you want to try and get that extra candy, because you're going to be getting 2 times trade candy, which is fantastic. And personally, because Rhyhorn is actually a surprisingly rare spawn nowadays, I don't really see too many of them at all. We do have a nest, I believe it's Boston Manor Park, so if you're local to that area, head down Boston Manor Park. That is a Rhyhorn Nest now. It's just been refreshed this morning, so that will be there for 2 weeks, which you can go, and I'm going to go tomorrow I think and stock up on some candy, which is fantastic. You want to try for good IV luckies, and this is where I say, if you've got the storage or you haven't got the storage, you want to keep at least the top CPs, trade them with your friends, try for luckies. Looking further forward, once we've done this Friends Fest event, from the 25th until the 2nd of March, we have the Pokemon birthday event, or the Pokemon anniversary event. We'll have Armored Mewtwo back, there's going to be the Nidoran or Nidorino and Gengar Party Hat raid day on the 1st, all of that gubbins that I went through a couple of videos ago. But the key point is you will have 2 special trades per day. Now, if you have lucky trades and you want to do those shiny Rhyhorn, you will have 2 chances per day to crack those out, realistically. I'm doing a video, so I'll do a special trade on Community Day, why not? But maybe hold off on it before you give away your highest CP shiny. Now let's come on to the most recent bit of news, shall we? The move Rock Wrecker. Now until recently we didn't know how powerful it was going to be. Was it going to be on a par with like Frenzy Plant, Hydro Cannon, or Meteor Mash? I'm going to look at this graph right here. It's a pretty bloody powerful move. It overtakes Terrakion, like I suspected it would. At the very least, it would have overtaken SmackDown Tyranitar. If you look at the graph, we're comparing it to SmackDown Rock Slide Rampardos. Now, Rampardos has been the king of rock types for a while now. Terrakion only just sort of missed out on it purely because it doesn't have as high attack stat. Rampardos has something like 295 attack, which is absolutely insane if you consider Mewtwo has 300. It's right up there in terms of attackers, but its defense and its HP are really weak, which is where I haven't been incentivized to power up a Rampardos because I've been very unlucky out of eggs and trades, but I'm not maxing out a Cranidos or a Rampardos just to have a glass cannon. Glass cannons have their purposes in the meta, but personally I want something that's going to last a bit longer and deal out, you know, the same amount of damage over a long period of time, which is incidentally what's going on here. So you can see the DPS of Smackdown and Rock Slide Rampardos is actually, it's 18.4, and compare it to the Hyperior with this Rock Wrecker move, it's 15.9. There's a little bit of a gap there, but TDO is off the scale. Hyperior is like nearly twice as effective over time. The calculation and put the two together. So yes, DPS times TDO, which is actually the total damage output combining with, you know, how fast you can do the moves and how much damage you can put out. Hyperior becomes the top rock type in the game. This is where some people may get in the comments and go, Rampardos. Yes, Rampardos is going to do higher DPS, but if you look at the maths, it's going to die a hell of a lot quicker, and you're going to go through a lot of them. And if you consider that Cranidos is actually a very rare Pokemon, I think it's rarer actually. Saying that, Cranidos is literally in 7km eggs at the moment, but it's in a very small pool of 7km eggs at the moment, so that's probably an effective way to get some candy for that. But Hyperior, you're going to have a community day. It's a Gen 1 Pokemon, so hopefully, you know, if you're like myself and a lot of the player base who have been playing since day one, you will have a lot of candy for this already. I think I've got like 1500 candy, and I've evolved quite a few. I've evolved quite a lot of Hyperior and binned them. Bin them off in trades. It's been around for a while, and also it's going to have a community day where you will be catching loads of them. So pineapple berries, you should have a lot of pineapple berries. Pineapple every single Rhyhorn you can to get that 6 candy. Build up the candy, and then you can put it into your Hyperior and max them out, because it is the new best overall rock type in the game, which is fantastic. It deserves some of the spotlight. Talking of spotlight hour, we'll come on to the spotlight hour. Hyperior with Rock Wrecker definitely changes the meta for your rock typing. Rhyhorn at 100% IV with, you know, maxed level of 30, which is the highest you can encounter it when it's not boosted, is going to be 1415. 1415 CP. If you find that and it's not a boosted Pokemon, that's 100% IV. And if we go all the way up to level 35, so level 35 is obviously weather boosted Pokemon. If you've got sunny or partly cloudy weather, fingers crossed. 1533 is the CP of 100% IV Rhyhorn in the weather boost. So bear those two statistics in mind. I hope you find that sort of useful. How many shiny Rhyhorn are you going to be trying to get? Answer in the poll up there. I'm going for over 20. Over 20 I'd be content with. Aim high. Let's see how we do on that Saturday, shall we? The short of it, triple Stardust, you want to take advantage of that. Have the star pieces. You want to clear out your Pokemon storage and catch absolutely everything you can. Stock up on Ultra Balls and Pineapple Berries and Sinnoh Stones, so get your battles in with your friends. Go Battle League as well. Try for that. Once you've caught everything, you got 2 hours to trade. Trade as much as you can, but don't waste your special trades. Don't worry about trying to get your Rhyhorn shinies traded within that next couple of days, because on the 25th we're going to have 2 special trades per day. You've got twice as many chances of doing whatever if you get lucky friends, etc. Go for good IV. Seriously, Hyperior with this move is worth your investment with your Stardust. It's going to be a fantastic Pokemon, so I'm very, very happy that it's getting some good upgrades. But with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you are new with the notifications on, and throw a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Are you looking forward to this one? And more importantly, did you actually vote for it? Because I know some people voted for Vulpix. Maybe they'll do that next month. We don't know, because they're running out of starters. So we'll have to see. Anyway, I will have another video out tomorrow, hopefully, talking about this egg event problem. Anyway, take care, everybody.